all you need to know. The Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning. I'm Alex Matthew and this is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint. Today is the 19th of September. Federal Reserve policymakers lowered their main interest rate for the second time this year, this time by 0.25%. And Chairman Jerome Powell said that moderate policy moves should be sufficient to sustain the U.S. economic expansion. He left the door open to a more extensive sequence of cuts if needed, but stressed that this was not what officials expected. Powell told reporters that weakness in global growth and trade policy had weighed on the economy. President Donald Trump almost predictably took to Twitter within minutes of the FOMC's announcement to say that policymakers had failed again by not cutting more and had no guts, no sense, and no vision. In an earlier tweet, President Donald Trump had said that he had instructed the Secretary of Treasury to substantially increase sanctions on Iran. This comes after a major drone attack on Saudi oil facilities over the weekend. Houthi rebels from Yemen had claimed responsibility for the attack, but the US has accused Iran of being ultimately responsible. The kingdom said Iranian weapons had been found at the site, but stopped short of accusing Iran. Meanwhile, crude oil slid further after rising confidence that Saudi Arabia will be quickly able to restore production to normal after the attacks over the weekend. Last I checked, Brent crude was trading at $63.68 to the barrel. In news back home, Reliance Jio Infocomm was the only telecom service provider to add active users in July, but still had fewer paying subscribers when compared with peers. The telecom operator added 40 lakh active users on its network in July, according to data compiled by Bloomberg Quint from the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. That compares with 1 crore active subscribers added in June, and Reliance Jio is now India's second largest telecoms company by subscriber base. In a major reprieve for Pricewaterhouse and its network firms, the Securities Appellate Tribunal has concluded that the audit firm's role in the Satyam case can at best amount to professional negligence and not fraud. In saying so, the tribunal set aside SEBI's 2018 order that had barred not just the specific PW firm that audited Satyam, but the entire network of 10 PW audit network firms in India and 2 individual auditors from auditing the accounts of listed companies for 2 and 3 years respectively. In more international news, momentum is building in Congress over pressuring China to back off any crackdown on pro-democracy protesters. Legislation is moving through the House and Senate that would put Hong Kong's special trading status with the US under scrutiny. In international markets, US markets ended mixed with the Dow and the S&P 500 advancing only marginally by 0.1% and 0.3% respectively. The Nasdaq declined 0.1%. In Asia this morning, most indices were trading in the green, taking heart from the US Fed's decision to cut rates. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning Darshan, how are we looking today?
Hi Alex, good morning everyone. Global cues are muted at this point of time. The US markets ended absolutely flat. Asia has started off to a decent start, but the SGX Nifty is indicating a flattish outlook. In terms of stocks to watch out for Voltas. They had their analyst meet. What the management says is there's no meaningful consumption slowdown in the products business, but it is difficult to take price hike given the prolonged monsoon. Worldpac JV is unlikely to have a full launch this festive season, and the incremental focus will be on the domestic orders in the projects business. Reliance Capital says that no pledge shares of Reliance Nippon have been invoked by lenders, and borrowing covered under the pledge R&M shares are matched by cash. Jindal Stainless has allotted 80 lakh shares to the promoter group entity at 35 rupees per share, aggregating to a total of 28 crores. Future Retail will be in focus. They have pledged additional 0.4% stake with Edelweiss Finvest and ECL Finance. NIIT in a block deal. NIITians Welfare Trust sold in 30 lakh shares in the company. In terms of block deal in CET, India's Opportunity Fund acquired 2.3 lakh shares and Society General was the seller. In terms of corporate actions, IIFL Wealth will be listed on the bourses today and IIFL Securities will get listed tomorrow. Remember, these two companies get demerged from IIFL Holding. HDFC Bank, it's the ex-date for the face value split from Rs 2 to 1 per share. Brokerages, Goldman Sachs has said that the market share shift in an evolving sector in the airline and they reiterate a buy on Indigo and SpiceJet. Bank of America Merrill Lynch cuts the target price on Biocon to 310 from 353, maintaining a buy. And Kotak has come out with a note on IIFL Wealth. They reinitiate coverage with a fair value of 1050 per share. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website, bloombergquint.com, and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. Well, that's all we have for you on this podcast, but as always, there's a lot more on the website, bloombergquint.com, so do check it out. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.